March the 4th is the date for U.S. tariffs to go into effect unless Canadian officials can persuade the Americans and ultimately Donald Trump to reconsider. Today, a contingent of ministers and Canada's fentanyl czar were trying to do just that in Washington, talking border security and highlighting Canada's efforts to curb the flow of drugs. CTV's Judy Trinh has been following the twists and turns. And Judy, is this country doing enough?
Well, Sandy, Canada is responsible for less than 1% of the total fentanyl that is seized at the U.S. border, and that number is going down, but Donald Trump doesn't appear to be listening. A full court press from Canada's top security officials responsible for the border, the Mounties, and fentanyl. They have a message to deliver to the American border czar that Canada is stopping fentanyl from being smuggled into the U.S.
The evidence is irrefutable. The progress is being made. In my view, any test that was put on this country, on Canada, in terms of showing progress and meeting standards for the border, I believe those have been met.
On the Canadian border, there are now more drug-sniffing dogs, while Black Hawk helicopters track suspicious activity. In a span of 40 days, the Mounties have also made 524 arrests and seizures across Canada, including more than 46 kilograms of fentanyl and more than 15,700 pills.
And the result speaks for itself. 47 kilograms of fentanyl, over 15,000 pills, not strictly fentanyl, but other pills as well. 122 firearms and multiple arrests, over 524 arrests. So that's a success.
Less than 0.2% of illegal fentanyl seized in the U.S. comes from Canada. American officials also say that in the past month, that amount has dropped by an additional 97%. This morning, President Donald Trump posted that tariffs are coming anyway on March 4th because fentanyl kills about 100,000 Americans a year. Later, he said other nations should block fentanyl from getting into the U.S.
The country should not be allowing those drugs to come into the United States of America, and we're not going to allow it to happen. So that goes on the 4th of March.
If Trump is unconvinced by the evidence, the Prime Minister says Canada will be ready to hit back.
If on Tuesday there are unjustified tariffs brought in on Canada, we will have an immediate and extremely strong response, as Canadians expect.
Canada has a plan to retaliate with tariffs on $155 billion worth of American goods. Sandy, that's a plan that more than 70% of Canadians support.
Okay. All right, Judy, thank you.